Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing, seeing cloudy conditions with some rain showers moving through the area this morning with just a slight breeze out of the southeast. Overall, we'll expect some unsettled weather as we move through the next 24 hours, starting off with the rain showers we're seeing this morning, and we'll see some more moderate rain showers, possibly a thunderstorm as we get later in the afternoon, and continuing into the evening time frame. Also going to see some fairly breezy conditions as we move through that time period as well. So unsettled weather as we move through the day today, and this upper level low will continue to keep some precip chances in the forecast as we move through the next couple of days. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we do see this precip shield across the region, again being fueled by the upper level low that is expected to slowly track northeastward as we move through the next day or two as it gradually opens up, but keeping enough energy around, as mentioned, to see a chance of some afternoon shower or thunderstorm as we move through the next 2 days as well. Looking at the upper level winds from this morning, sounding had some southeasterly, south-southeasterly winds through the lower levels, becoming more southerly through the mid levels, and then southeasterly to westerly as we get up to 25,000 feet. The peak wind through the column this morning was 32 knots at 1,000 feet, so strongest winds actually closer to the surface this morning, and the freezing level was at 10,800 feet. We'll take a look at the current local radar here. We could see, as mentioned, that shower activity is pushing through the area. Overall, fairly light to some moderate rain embedded within that, as you can see with the lighter radar returns moving through the area. A lot of the heavier radar returns currently off to our southwest and will be making their way into our area later today. If we zoom out, look at the current visible satellite and composite radar, we can see this plume of moisture here from the south. It's going to be pushing up continuously through our local region as we move through the day today, and keeping that shower activity, as mentioned, moving through the area as we go into the evening time frame as well. We'll take a look at the high resolution model, see what we can expect as we move through the day today. Again, as mentioned, fairly consistent light rain as we move through our morning hours. As we get into the afternoons, we're going to see our winds start to increase, a better chance for some more moderate rain activity moving through the area. Later in the afternoon, we could see a few breaks in the activity briefly before we see some more moderate to heavier rain showers, and this is going to be our best chance of seeing some lightning moving through the area with this heavier activity, and that will continue into the evening time frame and continue through the overnight time frame as well, seeing some lingering showers and possibly a thunderstorm through the early morning hours of Wednesday, and then we should see much of that wrapping up by the time we get to the 6 a.m. time frame, and continue to see some low clouds, possibly some patchy fog around the areas. We'll start to see those winds subsiding moving through today on Wednesday. As mentioned, still seeing that upper level energy over the area, could initiate a few mainly afternoon or evening pop-up showers. As you can see, the model here keeping a lot of the activity off to the west, but can't rule out one of those showers or storms pushing through the local area. And then once again, we'll see that coming to an end as we move into the start of the day on Thursday, but a chance for some low clouds continuing to linger around the area. If we zoom out starting Thursday morning, looking at the longer term forecast here, seeing a similar chance Thursday during the PM time frame, with just some lingering upper level energy over the area, mainly to our north, so a better chance of a pop-up shower north on Delmarva, but can't rule out one trying to initiate a bit closer to Wallops as we move through that time period. And as we go into Friday, we'll start to see some warmer air moving into the area. A weak warm front moves through late Friday that possibly could initiate a few showers along that, more so later into the evening and over first part of the overnight time frame. And then we possibly see another boundary moving through as we move into late Saturday, possibly bringing a few showers through the area as well. So looking at daily chances for showers or storms as we move through the next couple of days, although on the lower side of the probability at this time. But we'll see some fairly warm conditions as we move through the weekend, and things start to dry out as we move towards the end of the weekend and into the beginning of next week. So looking at our 24-hour weather risk chart for today, looking at red conditions for precip as we move through the morning and the rest of our working hours today, dropping down to an orange risk moving into the evening, but still fairly likely through the next 24 hours. We start to introduce that yellow risk for lightning as we get into the afternoon, increasing to an orange risk as we pass that 1800 local time frame, with that better chance for those boulder showers starting to move through, with the better chance for a thunderstorm with that activity. Additionally, we'll see yellow risk for winds at or above 25 knots, with just a slight chance of seeing a wind advisory later this morning, but a better chance as we get into the afternoon, increasing to an orange risk, where we'll see those peak gusts starting to get up into the upper 20s, and then with that shower and storm activity, possibly seeing gusts up to 33 knots. All of this coming out of the southeast, and sustained winds looking fairly breezy as well, 14 to 19 knots as we move through that time period. So looking at breezy conditions and a likely chance of seeing a wind advisory later today. Do introduce a yellow risk for some reduced ceilings, with that shower activity moving through starting this afternoon and more so into the evening, and then increasing to an orange risk as we move through the early morning hours of Wednesday, as we do look likely to see some low ceilings, particularly even after the shower activity comes to an end, possibly seeing some patchy fog and low clouds lingering into the start of the day on Wednesday. Tides are running normal, and looking at our extended forecast here Wednesday, again seeing some low clouds early on. Overall, mostly cloudy conditions, and we'll see a chance of a PM shower or storm, as mentioned, looking at about 40% chance at this time. Milder day with a high of 75 degrees. Moving into Thursday, highs in the upper 70s once again, and just a slight chance of a PM shower or storm. Looking at about 20% chance of that at this time. Moving into Friday and Saturday, keeping a 25% chance of an afternoon, more so into the evening shower or storm, with those two boundaries moving through the area. Overall, partly to mostly cloudy conditions for Friday, similar conditions as we move into Saturday. Then we'll start to see more in the way of sun moving into Sunday and Monday, with drier conditions, warmer conditions as mentioned going through the weekend, with those high temperatures getting into the lower 80s, and our low temperatures staying in the mid 60s, and then maybe a slight cool down as we go into Monday, with temperatures, our highs expected in the upper 70s. That's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Enjoy the rest of your day.